All right, so it is a new day. Often what happens, Eric, when we hang out, it's actually not a new day, it's a new week.
It's a new week, yes.
Often what happens when we hang out is we hang out. So we really get a lot of work done. I mean, we ate some pizza, we started on the Armor Light. It hasn't been touched in literally a week. So anyways, what we're doing now is trying to figure out how to modify these JL seats to fit inside the TJ. So what have we found so far, Eric?
Well, it's not quite as easy per se as a JK seat, whereas the mounting hardware for the seats are bolted to the JKs, similar to the TJs. These ones are welded.
They're welded in. So we're figuring out where we need to do some cutting and trimming.
And modifications and building some plates, and hopefully we can retain the original mounts.
So that was one of the things, I want to retain my TJ seat brackets. It is a two-door. My kids do ride in the back, so yes. I do need the fold and tumble. So we can't just make it as easy as just bolt these things to the floor and keep them in a fixed position. We do want them to operate as normal, right? So I want them to adjust forward and back and also fold and tumble. So that's what we're going to have to figure out.
Yep.
Ken, what do we got going on over here?
So, one way or another, Eric was pulling the bolts out of this. I just took the seat belts out. We are going to adapt the fold and tumble seats to the JL seats that we're putting here. So we're going to basically take this, we're going to build some brackets. Don't know how, but we'll figure it out when we get there. So for now, we're going to pull these brackets off, and then we're going to make it work.
We're going to make it work.
Make it work. Basically, these are going to be a lot narrower than what's in the JL seats are, so we're going to build brackets so it'll all bolt up, and we'll paint it all, make it all look nice and pretty, and then put it in. And then we got to wire heated seats too.
They're already wired. Okay, so a little update here. Here we have the TJ bracket on top of the seats, and you can see how much wider the JL seats are in comparison to the TJ bracket. So that's, obviously something that we're gonna have to consider. We did put the JL seat in there, and physically it fits.
Yes.
Snug. It's snug. It was very, very close to the center console. We were able to shut the door, so it does physically fit in there. But the one thing that we are not sure of is going to be the height difference. And we're thinking, just by looking at it, I'm going to be sitting a little taller, which, I know a lot of people run those seat risers anyway. Don't think you're going to have to with this one.
Probably not.
Probably not. So with my short little legs, I'm just hoping I can still reach the pedals. That's all we're...
Well, the nice thing is the passenger side seat's not really going to matter as much. The driver's side seat, you still have height adjustment and stuff.
Yep. So yeah, we should be all right. But we're figuring it out.
Yes.
All right, so we got all the wire out of here. I think we have a plan on where we're going to cut. Basically, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but right here there's a weld where the bracket is attached to the seat, and then on the back, and that's on both sides. So we're going to do a little trim in there.
Hopefully not burn nothing.
Tool of choice, have you decided yet?
Probably going to be my 90-degree cutoff tool.
To start, and then we'll see. See how that goes. New tool, we're gonna take two. We're gonna try the Sawzall, see if we can figure that out.
That one didn't take nearly as long.
No. All right, so update on what we're trying here. So Eric spent quite a bit of time trying to cut in here. We were losing a little bit too much of the bracket. So we're gonna try something different. You can see we already cut one off, but we're gonna cut these legs off in each of the corners, because the TJ bracket is considerably narrower than this. We're gonna see if we can get it to fit in here and maybe just leave these rails in place for now. So that's what we're gonna try and
see what happens.
One thing to note, if you haven't been watching for a while, you might not know what these are actually. So these are the stock seats out of my JL Sport. So we put some nice, you know, seat covers on them, added heated seats, and did that whole thing. And then, what about 3 months later? 3 months later, 4 months later? It was very shortly after. I bought an entire interior, so front rear seats, steering wheel, console, everything out of a Sahara that was leather, and the factory heated leather seats from the Sahara. So we put those in. And the only reason we're going through this is I've had these sitting in the garage for, when did we swap them in? Did we say 3 years ago?
Roughly 3 years.
For 3 years, they've been sitting in my garage, listed for sale on Facebook Marketplace, and not a single person had inquired about them. So then we were just, you know, cleaning out the garage. I'm like, I need to get rid of these things. And then, you know, we're just chatting like we normally do. And hey, maybe we can put them in the TJ. So anyway, that's where these seats came from and why we're doing this. All right, Eric, so here's what we discovered. You got all the legs cut off of the JL brackets.
Yep.
The TJ bracket looks like it's going to fit right inside there.
That's the idea. We're going to hope.
We're going to hope. So the current plan is we're going to ditch the JL adjuster to slide the seat forward and back.
Yep.
We're going to lose these two brackets over here since we don't need the wiring for the JL seat. And then on the TJ seat, we're going to lose this.
Yep. And
we're going to lose this.
Yep. That's the plan.
And then, you know, figure out how to connect them. So, update. I think we are back to the plan A. Are we back to, I don't know what plan we're on, but I think we're going back to the first idea, Eric, with
similar idea.
Similar. It is plan D or E. I don't know which one we're up to now.
It
but
might be F for
so what we attempted to do was, so we got the TJ seat brackets mounted back in, and you know, we cut the feet off. We were gonna just weld some plate here and set this on top, but what we found is that seat's way too high.
Way too high.
So what's the current plan, or the next? What's the next plan, Eric?
Next attempt.
Next attempt.
Is to gut the JL slides. Instead of cutting the slide off of the mounting bracket, we'll gut the slide and then just cut the walls of the original slide off.
And then go with the same plate idea.
Same plate
It'll
idea.
just lower it a couple inches.
Yeah, it'll give us, you know, 1.5 inches there.
Yep. All right, update time. We got the slides out, the lever out, making some progress.
Yep.
Now we're going to do some trimming on both sides.
One rail cut.
One rail's cut. So you see we got it all the way stripped down, and current plan is to, you know, use the actual seat structure to weld the plate across. And we've lowered it about 1.5 inches, 1.75 inches, something like that. And it should be good. So now on to the other side. We're done cutting. We cut the seat rails off, the JL seats, mounted the TJ rails bracket back into the tub, set the seat in. You can see the seating position. For now, we're just testing out different sizes here, but just some spacers and something to set the seat on because the rails are different widths. The brackets are different widths. What are you thinking, Eric? You think it's going to work?
I think it's going to work.
Now you can see we took the door off. That was just for us just to easily get the thing in and out. You can see the seats are much wider. So on that side, we're rubbing the console.
Yeah, the console is like right there.
Yeah. So definitely wider. You're definitely sitting up a little taller.
But we're also sitting forward. When you bring the
seat back a little bit, it'll be better. But honestly, I got plenty of head height. I think it's going to work. What do you think?
I think so. I mean, I'm taller than you, and I got, you know.
Yeah, plenty of space. So, all right.
I think it's going to work.
So now, got to figure out how to make the bracket fit the seat.
Yep.
All right, so update. Eric did a bit of work off camera. Hi, Eric.
Hi.
They look comfy.
They're actually really comfy.
Do they fit okay?
They seem to. I mean, I can shut the door. I think that's all that matters, right?
That's all that matters. The door shuts. The seat's in there. So it's definitely a little taller, you said, right?
Yeah, you definitely sit up a lot higher.
So we'll show you what we did. We're going to pull the seat out here in a minute, but he made some brackets. to attach the seat brackets to the TJ seat brackets. So sitting a little bit higher. I gotta take it out, do a little bit of fiddling yet, and throw some paint on it and bolt it back in. All right, so here's where we're at, getting ready to test fit it again. Made a little bracket there that we bolted to the seat structure, I don't know, of the JL seat, onto the TJ seat bracket. Got it bolted together. It slides.
It slides.
It tilts.
It tilts.
It fits.
So far.
So far, let's give it another whirl. So test fit, we got 2 bolts in. It seems to be operating well. Ugh. I got plenty of leg room. Eric, grab the camera. Plenty of leg room. I can even move it forward or way far back if you're much taller than I am. Clears the roll bar just fine. Clears the console just fine. One note, if you do this swap, your what about new seatbelt, Brett? Seatbelts on this side there, it's just very stiff. You have to swap over your seatbelt on this side, but yeah, look at that. Fits good, buddy. I'm 5'8" for those keeping track at home, so I got plenty of height. But you're definitely sitting up taller, I can see better. Final install time of the passenger seat. We got the seat bracket in, got all the hardware in. We got the brackets painted. They are attached. Eric with a feat of strength showing us how to skillfully manipulate a seat in the TJ. There it is.
Voila. Now the rest of it you won't be able to see, but we're gonna bolt
There's
it all
no
together.
room, no light, but all the bolts going in. All right, here from the back, you can get a pretty good view. Ignore all the wiring, but there is the TJ seat bracket and how far kind of skewed to the inside of the Jeep the seat has to sit for it to clear everything. All right, so moving on to the driver's side. Eric, we noticed that there is a significant difference between passenger side and driver's side.
Yeah, quite a difference.
So the driver's side here has the adjustment to raise and lower the seat where the passenger side did not.
Correct.
So we're just thinking through what this bracket's going to look like.
Plan of attack.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be similar to the other side, just a little different execution.
Yep, not going to be able to bolt it together like we did on the other side.
No. I think we're going to have to modify this pivot right here, cut this off, come down here and do the same thing on both sides, cut this one off. And then as long as you keep your centers from here to here, what they are now, and you weld in your plates, you should be all right. In theory.
In theory. We won't know until we try it.
Yep.
All right, so we're back at the shop. Eric.
What's up, Bob?
Full disclosure for everybody here on YouTube. I think the last time we recorded, we were wearing sweatshirts. I know I had a beard. Ken wasn't here. Ken's now here. Best guess, Eric, last time we were working on the TJ.
2 months?
2 months ago. That's kind of what I figured. It was about 2 months ago. So
No, there's no way. I know exactly what day it was.
Oh, it's been longer than.
when you went to Florida.
Yeah.
It was February.
It's been longer.
And now it is currently June 7th?
Yeah.
6th.
6th.
It's been a minute, but we're back on working on the TJ seats.
Yes.
Do you remember what the game plan is?
I have one.
Is
I
it
don't
the
know
same
if it-
one that we had? in
I don't know if it
February?
is or not, but I have one.
I have
Anyways.
a game plan. I have no idea because I wasn't here for any of that. I've not even. Your Jeep's been in my parking lot almost all year. I've never even looked at it.
No, not almost. Literally all year.
Yeah.
I picked up the JL as soon as I got back from Greece. Was the first week of January, and I dropped off the TJ. I swapped it out that day, so it has literally been sitting here all year. But that's fine. That's what happens when we get busy, right?
Yeah. Well, you've not been around. I've not been around. Shop's been crazy busy. Our projects, they go to the back burner.
So, anyways, quite a few months later, we're back on the project with potentially a new or the same game plan. We don't know, but we're gonna keep going.
Yeah. So when are we gonna take the? I mean, you know, TJs are cool. No, they're not. I hate TJ. When are we gonna take the cool Jeeps and go do something? We gonna go do something soon?
Let's go. Let's go camping.
I would rather do that than work on this stupid thing.
We should do that.
Let's go do something.
Let's go. Let's go.
I know I wasn't even here, but I know exactly what we have to do.
What's that?
I don't know. Eric needs to get that done.
Ken's making... yeah, that's YouTube appropriate.
I thought so too. Only for mature audiences. Does not include us.
Alright, so we did some remembering, then some reformulating. We got a plan together. We're gonna leave the front bar in this time to assist with the slide here. Just makes it operate a little better. I remember we struggled with that on the passenger side a little bit to get it placed correctly. So we're just gonna leave that one in there. We got this one off. We're gonna use the original mounting bolts here for the new bracket. Got the rear already set. Got to drill the front. We're welding it to the front seat this time instead of bolting it. Throw some paint on it. We should be getting close. All right, so we got the bracket built.
Yeah.
Welded, bolted. It's time for the first test fit. Any concerns?
I hope not.
I hope not too. We were slightly concerned because on the passenger side seat, did sit up a little higher. And with the driver's seat, we've got the steering wheel all the way up. We're hoping we can still sneak in there and fit. We're going to find out here in just a minute. Alright. If you slide it back some, I can sit in and see what it's like. Hit bumping something back there?
Yep.
The cover for the seatbelt?
Yeah.
There you go. There it is. That's too far back for me anyway. I got short little legs. How's it feel? I mean, you're not hitting your legs when you're steering, so that's good. Listen, I am a notorious knee driver. I don't mind if it's close as long as I can get them in there, and it looks like there's plenty of room anyway.
Yeah, once we get it bolted down, it should.
We'll know for sure. Yeah. Oh yeah, I can get in just fine. Oh yeah, no, that's gonna be good. I normally sit with a. I mean, this can recline some more anyway. Arts and crafts time.
Yeah, don't say nothing about my paintwork.
Looks black, perfect. We did a few small things off camera. We reattached the TJ seatbelt thingy here. onto the JL seat. Paint's dry. We're bolting her together for what we hope to be the final time. We won't know until we
Should be.
bolt it all in and test it all out. What else did we do off camera? We could not locate the seat bolts. Because as we said, it's been 6 months. We don't know where the hell they went.
I'm busy.
Ken's busy. Frame swapping over there.
Hopefully he's putting everything in the right spot.
You know, we're not.
Shut your dirty mouth.
We'll have to double check that tomorrow, but that's fine. All right, so it is bolted in. We got to put the headrest in, but comfy. I got to move the seat a little forward, but it moves as needed. The steering wheel is adjustable, even all the way down. I can still fit. They are much wider.
It pumps up.
It moves up and down. This is, yeah, it goes up a little higher if you need to, but it still retains its stock functionality. But they're infinitely more comfortable than the TJ seats. So there you have it. JL seats will fit in a TJ with slight modification. And 6 months.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you got 6 months, a welder, a bunch of steel, some ingenuity,
And a lot of
Cut-off
other
wheels.
shit going on in your life that
cut off
extends this
wheels,
trip.
sawzall, cut the crap out of everything, weld it back together, and hope to God it works. That's what you get.
In all honesty, what do we have, like 2 evenings into this whole project, right? So we worked for like 3 hours to do the passenger seat and maybe another 3 or so to do this one.
2 evenings over the course of 6 months.
2 evenings over the course of 6 months.
And you can put JL seats in your TJ
And plenty
too.
of pizza, tacos, and vodka.